Hi there, we're Paul and Carol Loves to Travel. Why are you laughing at me again now?
I thought I was going to do that bit, but so you crack on.
As I say, we're Paul and Carol Loves to Travel, and today we're going to talk to you about cruise cards. Just to clarify how you get on and off the ship. That's it, we've got a few. How you get off and on the ship, ID, key cards, etc. And how do you pay for things on board? Because we do get a lot of questions about that. Can I take cash? Do I have to have a credit card to go on cruises, etc.? So let's start off with the cruise cards. Obviously, as soon as you get to the dock, what will happen is you will book in and you take all your booking information, and they normally take a photo of you and they give you a card, which looks something like that. And on this card will be all your information. It will be obviously your sail date, so that you can't use it to get on another date. It'll have a barcode on the back, which is whenever scanned in when you get in and off the ship, it's security. And when you go on and off the ship, obviously your photo pops up on the computer.
Yeah, so it basically is vital that the card is linked to you, because if you get off the ship at a port, then obviously they know you're off the ship.
Yeah.
And then the chances are, as long as you get back on time,
well, which is crucial,
they'll know when you're back on the ship.
Exactly.
So it just makes sure that there's, it's a head count in effect.
Yeah,
to make
what
sure
it is.
Because
Then they know, and then they know with 2 passengers short, do we wait, do we go? And cruise ships don't normally wait. If you get off the ship, make sure if you're doing your own thing at ports that you are back on time, because they won't wait for you, and it's your responsibility to get to the next port to sort that out. Also, make sure you don't lose this card, because obviously you can't get back on. So it's quite a vital bit of kit that you have on your cruise, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's also your key card that gets into your room.
Unless you're on an older ship.
True.
We've just done a CMV cruise, which we thoroughly enjoyed on the old Marco Polo. And
yeah, we actually had a key, didn't we?
The key looked like the key to what maybe if you were getting into the Tower of London, it was that big. But
it was a big key.
But you still had a card to do all your onboard purchases.
Yeah, that's right. And going on to onboard purchases, everything can be put through this card. If you've got an all-inclusive package, some of them put stickers on, some of them have it in the dialogue of the card, don't they? And it will just acknowledge that every time you get a drink, you don't have to sign a receipt. Though some ships, even though you are all-inclusive, still insist you sign a receipt, which we don't understand that. But so to pay for your purchases, you can put anything on this. There's also, if you want to pay for excursions, it can all go on your onboard account. Now, people do worry, well, it's easy, isn't it, using a card and putting things on your onboard account? But you can keep tabs on that by your television in your cabin, which will have a channel which is dedicated to your onboard account. Not all ships, but the more and more are doing that now, aren't they?
Yeah, more and more modern ones. You just go onto your TV and it will show you everything, all your drinks you've had, which sometimes can sort of scare you at the end of the day.
Well, for you. That's harsh.
So very daring.
And also to make sure that it is correct, because remember when we sailed with the dads, and my dad kept getting charged for all these extra Boddingtons that he hadn't had, wouldn't it? So it's good to check it daily to make sure, because mistakes do happen, and they're brilliantly, weren't they? You go to reception and they would sort it out straight away. So check your onboard account, but it's all linked to your card. The other important thing it's got on there is your muster station, isn't it? For should there be a chance that you have to get off the ship in an emergency, then the muster station is on there, and you're shown that when you get on the ship, when you have your lifeboat drill.
When you do your lifeboat drill, it'll tell you where you need to go, so it just familiarises yourself with that. Yeah,
and if you do have any problems on shore, some of the cards do have the ship's telephone number on it as well. So if it doesn't have it on the card, it's always good to take a piece of paper. I often take one of the daily cruise news or whatever off in my handbag, because I think if the worst case scenario, if you did have a problem and you needed to contact the ship, it's got the ship's phone number on there. So what else does the cards do? You can pay with cash or you can pay with credit card.
But only at the end of the cruise, obviously. You can't. There's no ship you can go on where you pay as you go in cash or on a debit credit card.
Not that we've experienced.
There isn't. I've done extensive research.
Yeah.
Everything goes on that, and then at the end you can either settle in cash or you can settle on a credit card, which they would take off you the details.
What happens, I believe, we always pay with our credit card, so it's never an issue. But what you can do if you haven't got a credit card is I think you go to reception and you put cash onto your account.
Yeah.
So because they won't just give you an account without a form of payment. So just to be aware of that. But still, some people don't use cards, do they?
No, not at all.
So that's it. We've talked about excursions. You can book your excursions. On the last ship we were on, they had huge iPads, didn't they? Where you could actually go up and actually book all your excursions. All you do is flash your card.
Scan your card and then it's sorted.
And the most important thing is when you're carrying your card, don't put it in your phone because it's got a magnetic strip on it and it'll just, it just demagnetizes, doesn't it?
And then you can't get in your room.
No, you can't, and
That's
it's quite
very
embarrassing.
bad.
So
many a night I've slept in that car, don't I?
So there we are. So that's your cruise card. Just a little bit of information if you're new to cruising. It's a great. Well, it makes life just so much easier, doesn't it? You know, wherever you go, you just pay by that. But as long as you obviously work within your budget, which is why we like to go all inclusive, because we know once you've paid your budget, you're sorted. So there we are. So if there's anything that you've got to add about cruise cards or tips for our followers, make sure you put them in the comments below. And if there's anything that we've missed, then do let us know. The future is changing, and I know on the Princess cruises they now got the medallion, which is like an electronic. You can put it in a lanyard, or you can actually put it on your wrist, which actually just. I don't know how it works because it's very obviously exciting technology. But as soon as you get near your door, your cabin will open. And I think on Celebrity Edge, I might be not certain about this, but when you walk towards your cabin, your picture pings up on your outside your door to ensure that it's you that goes in there. So lots of exciting things going on with technology on ships that we've yet to experience. So don't feel qualified to say about, but do check out their websites if you want to know more. So yeah, so that's the cruising card, cruise pass. It's called all sorts of things, isn't it? What would you call it?
I'd call it a ship pass.
Would you? A ship pass. Well, there we are.
Yeah.
I call it cruise card.
Yeah.
So anyway, thanks again for listening to us waffle on about stuff. We're Paul and Carol Loves to Travel, as you say, and there we are. That's all that's got to say about that.
Bye for now.
Yeah. Cheers then. Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching our cruise card video. Ring that bell for future videos from Paul and Carol Loves to Travel, and please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.